As a young kid, I used to wonder what a great physique looked like. Was it looking big as possible, as big as possible, or looking strong, or looking attractive? What I understood is, this was from a very young age when I was 15, when I looked like this. You need lean is law. You need to be lean. You see this guy. This guy, I don't know if you know this scene from this movie, but this nigga is skinny, boy, in the bodybuilding world. But he's skinny. But he has muscle mass. And he's lean. And girls drool on this shit. They salivate, boy. I'm telling you. They become wet in here and wet in there. So, if you're training for girls, this is the physique you should be aiming for, right? My physique. Here's how I look. You need to be aiming to have some muscle mass and be lean, right? So instead of like bulking to the end days like a fucking madman and have a big belly with big arms like a fucking pig, nah. Nigga. What we do is we uh we build muscle and then we cut in, like we're going to be lean. You feel me? So that's the aim here. So you need to know where you're at. That's first things first. Sorry. You need to know where you're at, because to know where you're at, you know where you're going. So if you're fat, you start off, you cut everything. You gonna cut everything and then build muscle. If you're skinny, you bulk and then you cut after. That's that. So skinning and fat is the opposite way of starting, but same results. So now you know where you're at. You should be saying, yeah, I'm skinny. And the fat guy, yeah, I'm fat. Even if you're skinny fat, if there's fat, if you can grab your shit like this and there's fat, you're fat. So what you need to do, let's start off with the skinny guys. The program that I used, I was skinny, right? The program that I used was the program used before steroids were invented, right? That is the full body workout. Why does it work? Number one, it stimulates muscles. Like there's something called protein synthesis, right? Protein synthesis is muscle building, right? So that process lasts for 24 to 48 hours. So what you need is to stimulate the muscle every 48 and 24 hours, every after 48 hours, per se, right? So how do you stimulate that? If you do like push bullshit like the bodybuilders, you end up like missing out on growth. Let's make an example. Let's say shoulders, right? Let's say you do the push pull. Monday you push, right? That includes the shoulder. Tuesday you pull. That don't include the shoulder. You do biceps and back and whatnot. Wednesday, what happens? You do legs, right? And then what happens? Thursday, the shoulder is engaged again. However, you lost like 24 hours of muscle building. 24? Yeah, 24. Only if you're lucky that your protein synthesis lasts like for 48 hours. So you need to engage every muscle for after 48 hours for the maximum growth for muscle mass. I'm trying to make you like look good in like a year, which is I look like this and it's been 3 years, right? So I'm about to finish to do my 4th year right now. So what you need to do is build muscle. So you use that program, full body workouts. What you do for the specifics, two exercises for each muscle group. So legs, you front squats, it's compound movements. Search compound movements on YouTube and then pick and choose for. There's a cheat sheet I'll link in the description. Simple thing. I won't take your email. It's just free. Just click and it goes to Google Docs and shows you the workout routine, whatever. Okay. So what do you eat? How do you eat? You need to be in a caloric surplus, right? A caloric surplus means like you eat more than you burn, calories wise. So you need to eat What I notice about skinny ass niggas is you guys don't know what to don't know how to eat. I didn't know how to eat, right? But I used to think I ate a lot. But there's a reason why you're skinny, right? So you need to eat. The best way to eat without uh not eating is drinking your food. What do I mean by that? You need to like to take in more calories. You need fucking smoothies. Not sugary shit, but like smoothies. I don't know what you guys call it, but like porridge and shit, instant porridge, like things that are easy to swallow because things when things are messy, like not like liquid, they are easier to digest and faster to digest. So it doesn't drain your body with digestion. You have more energy because you digest fast and then turns that shit into insulin or whatever. And then that works in your favor, right? You need to drink your food. Let me make an example. A meal, like a fucking eggs and bread, 6 slices of bread, is probably like 600 to 1,000 calories. I could do that in 1 cup of in one protein shake and drink that bitch like this. And then after few hours, I'm good. I eat again. You feel me? So that's how you build muscle. For the fat niggas, so simple. Might be wondering, but TK, you started off skinny. Yeah, nigga. You need. Obviously I bulked up until like I was fat, and then I cut. Right. So what you need to cut is how to cut. Sorry. What you need to do it's an exact program. What you need to understand first is when you're skinny, it's when you're fat. The fatter you are, the easier to burn muscle, to burn fat, to lose weight, right? The skinnier you are, the harder to lose weight because you don't have fat, right? Your body is like being stubborn and be like, nah, this fat we need it, whatever, for stored energy and whatnot. But for fat niggas, it's easy to like lose weight. You might not believe it, but it's easy. So what you need to do is, first thing, cut out your food, right? What I recommend is intermittent fasting and track your calories. You have to. There ain't nothing else, boy. Like you have to, right? So, intermittent fasting is like you don't eat the whole morning, right? Maybe probably until like lunch, and then like you eat at lunch, and then I beg you, boy, you know the easiest thing to do, not tracking every single day. You plan your meals every week. You eat the same meal every single day. You know why I say this? Because when you track, it fucks up your mental energy, and then after it fucks up your mental energy, you have like no energy to fight the demons that tell you eat more. Like you feel me? So what you need to do is on Sunday, you prepare food. You prepare your lunch, and what's the other shit? Prepare your lunch and dinner. Track them. Eat the same thing for the week. The next week you do the same thing. It will help you with work if you work. With school, it will help you because you have mental energy. You feel as sharp as possible. So that's the trick, right? Number two, you need to walk 10,000 steps every day. Simple. You don't have to like be conscious of it. My trick is you do things around. Like if you have a job where you walk like a lot, you walk a lot. If like maybe let's say you're closer to like your home and whatever, and the job is close, you walk instead of taking a cab or taking out your car. Or you take a taxi. You feel me? Like you walk to the place. You feel me? Like things that maybe let's say you're going to the shop. You don't take your car, you walk. Right? Then it's good for your mental health. It's good for your body as well. So it has like multiple benefits. 10,000 steps every day. True. Like you lose weight in like probably I'd say 2 months. It depends how much did you cut. But the fatter you are, the faster you see progress. That's what I'm gonna say. So for you guys, skinny guys, you do that in the last phase. That's your last phase. For you guys, it's the first phase. You feel me? For the skinny guys, so you start with the opposite, right? So skinny guys will start off building, bulking, and shit. You guys, fat guys, will start off cutting, and then they finish with cutting. You build. So simple, right? So that's how I transform my physique. That's what I did actually, like the exact step by step. But it took me longer because I had to learn the shit. So I'm giving it to you for free. All I say is like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.